Hey guys, AwesomeTheSauce here, and a lot of you guys wanted some gear and deck setup vids. I don't mind doing that at all, actually. So, I thought I should start off with my balance. He has the most rank out of all my exalted wizards, anyways. He has 1381 rank. He's been as high as 1450, I think. So, basically, this guy, I would say he knows what he's doing. So as far as my gear goes. Here's what I'm rocking right now, and I'm gonna add like a few notes on what I could change. So I'm wearing the the Mouser hat, the Hades robe, and the Mouser boots, along with the Mouser wand, duelist gear, basically, so duelist Daredevil ring and duelist Fatal Razor, and I have the Morgantha amulet. And because I'm wearing the Fatal Razor compared to this, I'm losing a little bit of block. I make up for it with a block pet. So, in case you guys are wondering exactly, and also my deck, it's a crafted one with an accuracy on it. So, basically, as far as my jewels go, I just, all the circles are filled with Pierce, all the tiers are filled with health, all the squares are filled with stun resist, and my triangles, one of them I have the pip chance, and one of them I have the accuracy. So that's my gear and deck setup. Now, just something I'd like to note right now, right? My block, I base all my gear around block. I always want it to be above 300. Right now, my block is 316. Now, what I could change, just for better stats in general, one, my pet, it gives 2-6%. So when the new Ultra Jewels come out, I'm gonna try to get a balance dealer on it. So I'm just gonna have a lot more damage in general. But also, I do have the Mouser robe. And I would wear this if I could have something that gives more block. And the only thing I can think of that gives more block that wouldn't really mess with my purposes is basically this wand, except for balance. So let's say I just put this on, right? For now, let's just. So let's say I had that on. I would take off the Hades robe and put this on. And these would be my stats, and basically this would be my block and crit, and this would be my pierce. It's just that my damage would be up by 5, or in this case 14, because I would have that extra pet talent. So that's what I plan on trying to do if I ever do get my wand. I really want it, actually, just to try out some new strats. But if that doesn't work out, I still have this, and my pierce is insane. I have 46 pierce. I can get 47. You see that one jewel? I'm using a clear one instead of a polished. So basically, no matter what setup I use, my recommendation is that you have at least 15 accuracy. That's what I have. You go for 50 resist if you can't. Well, I mean, I came close enough. I would want at least 90 damage. Again, I just make it. I'd want at least 400 crit and at least 300 block. And the rest of the stats, it depends on your strategy. You can fix it to however you want. But that's my gear setup in general. As far as my deck setup, I'm missing some Lore Master TCs. So I guess here I would probably take out a Supernova TC and add in 2 Lore Masters. So as far as my side deck, I have 4 stuns and a decent number of shields, triages. Those are all just utilities. Like, you don't need them. I have 1 shatter in case I go against a shield spammer, because I have gone against them, and I know this might seem like the stupidest spell ever, but sometimes it really comes in handy. I always have 3 enchanted Gaze of Fates and 2 enchanted Lore Masters. I have 3 balance dispels, 4 fire dispels, and 3 weaknesses. This is just the regular deck setup. As far as things that need explaining, Empower is great, especially when you have new pips. If you want to get rid of it, obviously I can't get new pips, but let's say you do, you can get rid of it using Empower. And also, let's say you're out of pips, you can Empower and then Gaze right after. That's a good combo. And Death Bats, they're very rare, but I like them because if someone spams Tower Shields, or if I predict a Tower Shield, I can just cast this, and basically it's a 1 pip overtime that breaks the only shield that someone can use against a balance. So it's perfect. I always have Supernovas. These are enchanted with the damage buff. But if you guys want to use a Pierce or accuracy one, let me see if I have any. I might. I doubt it, but I might. Okay, I don't have it, but like an extraordinary or unstoppable. Basically, the accuracy and Pierce will go up a lot. It's not a bad idea. It's just that I like to put up an infal and do it in most scenarios. So It's up to you. It's whatever you prefer. And my main deck. So this guy, he spent training points in a very specific way. You guys might be wondering, why in the world would I train Storm? One, it's great if I have Catalan, but it's great, especially if you want to buff up a Storm for just PvE in general. But I like it for the Thermic Shield. The Thermic Shield, it prevents fire and ice hits. You don't see Storm at this high rank, so this is a perfect shield. And I train Death up to Faint, so I have Dream Shields as well. Not to mention, I also carry just regular Elemental Shields just in case I go against a Storm, because, I mean, I do want that. So as far as shields go, I just have many set shields. The only ones I really don't have are Death and Storm, and those schools you just don't see as much, at my rank anyways, which is why I do that. But if you want, you can put a lot of towers and it'll work just as well. I have a decent number of enchants. I honestly don't think it matters how many enchants you have. Just have at least this many. I think if you have more hits, that works too. I have 3 balance spells in main as well, just in case, because balance is so common. And this is more for Shrike users and people who want to try to balance dispel me. I just use this. Like, I don't generally balance dispel spam unless I like feel trolly. I mean, you want these just to troll. I do have Fortifies in if I'm going against a non-balance. It's a perfect spell. It's basically a Pierce counter. I recommend it completely. If you want to put some in TC deck, let's say you want to get rid of, I don't know, like a Fire Dispel, an Availing Hand, something like that, and just put in a couple of Fortifies, it's a great idea. I have 3 Availing Hands. Normally, I'd have many more, but the pet that I'm rocking right now is a Piranha Hunter. I don't honestly like the cards. I used to rock Oreo, which was, I don't think I have it on, but hold on. Basically, let's see, this pet, the Flamenco Tocador. I had a double damage, double resist crit, and I preferred block. That's why I got my block pet. But this is definitely the best pet. Like, this isn't a bad idea. The only other pet that I'd recommend is the Clockwork Paladin. This is a double crit that I'm working on if I ever do a crit setup. But, you know, I think those 2 pets are the best. So if you're more offense-oriented, go for the Clockwork. But if you're defense-oriented like me, I'd definitely go with the Availing Hands. You can have even more. As far as my hits, I have 4 Gazes, just a standard number. I have 5 Lore Masters. Now, you might notice I don't really carry that many Lore Masters. If I have the enchanted ones, then I have like 7, which I know it seems like a lot, but it's not that much. What I do have a lot of for a normal deck is a lot of mana burns. I have, let's see, I have what, 7? Yeah, I have 7 mana burns because fire can do nothing when they don't have pips. Life can't do much when they don't have pips. Even balance can't do much when they don't have pips. Every school, if you can mana burn spam, it's a really good idea. It's very scrubbish. I don't do it often. But mana burn is great, especially like, let's say someone's in Shrike or something. Hit them with that mana burn. Let's say you have a stun on someone. Mana burn's perfect. If you're second, mana burn's great if you can predict well. Like if you have a shield up and you know they're not going to waste too many pips, throw that mana burn. Mana burn is a go-to move for me. If you have Elucidates as a balance wizard, you either put them on Dispels or put them on a mana burn. Basically, mana burn is by far the best spell. It's better than Lore, it's better than Gaze, even better than the 2 Judges and 2 Scorps I carry just for random use. And that covers it basically, except for my Shrikes. I just have 3 Shrikes in. I don't normally use them. I recommend farming for jewels as much as possible. I farmed a ton. If you guys look at my Pierce, there's so many things that go into it. That's why it's big. Like the highest thing that contributes to it is 11 Pierce for my wand. And that's not even that much compared to the 46 I have. You can get a ton. You can get even more than this, actually. You can get up to 48 if you have, 49 even. Like, you know, you can do a lot. You can get so much more Pierce than this depending on what you do. But this is the basic strat that I recommend. Balance, oh yeah, I forgot. 2 stun blocks and 4 convictions. Stunning can literally mean the end of the game, or, you know, it could save you. Yes, I do have stun resist. That comes in handy when I mess up, honestly. It doesn't really come in when I'm actually playing well. Convictions are great, because if you have that stun resist, it's very extremely unlikely that you'll get stunned on. Yes, you might be wondering, if you have 10% stun resist and a 90% conviction, can you still get stunned on? Yes, you can. It's not a glitch. It doesn't add up. It doesn't, it's not 90 plus 10. It's more you add 10% to 90. So you have a 99% chance of blocking, basically. I don't honestly like that, but basically, it basically shelters you. If you have a 95, you should be good though. I believe. If you have a 95 and a 10%, you should be good, from what I've heard. So, that was a mouthful. But yeah, this is for all of you guys wondering how I succeed. As far as how I spend my training points, just standard. Tower shield. That's what I trained up to in ice. I also trained stun block. Trained up to thermic shield and storm. I did train a little more by mistake. My mistake, honestly. I shouldn't have done it. I have ninja pigs crafted for a myth mastery strat I used to use. I have life trained up to legend shield, I believe. I have death trained up to feint, and I do have cloak trained. I have shift trained from back when it was a lot more useful. Yeah, so I have other strats. I might do more, but like, you know, this is just the basic strat that I use. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely hitting you guys up with more of these deck setup and gear setup videos. Put any questions you have below. I'll definitely try to answer them. And have a nice day. Stay awesome. Leave a like and enjoy the vid. I messed the order up again. I stink it. Hold on. I hope you enjoyed the vid. Leave a like and stay awesome. Yeah.